Greetings, Scorpio and Scorpio rising. This is your Western forecast for November 2024. I always start with the new moon. The new moon is every 4 weeks. It always draws our attention and priorities to wherever the new moon falls in your chart. On November the 1st will be a new moon in Scorpio. This Scorpio new moon brings in new beginnings, a new focus, but it's in harmony with stabilizing, responsible, pragmatic Saturn. This new moon, which we call trining Saturn, is very favorable for building long-term foundations, being able to achieve your goals. Now, the new moon in Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio or your rising sign is Scorpio, it's about giving birth to a whole new chapter. If you're born within a day or so of November the 1st, maybe a couple of days, that would only happen about every 19 years. This new moon on your birthday is going to bring in some exciting new opportunities, getting to a crossroads and taking a new path. 2 weeks later is the full moon. The full moon always brings to light of what's working and not working that was set into motion with the new moon. So around November the 15th is the full moon in Taurus. Taurus is the sign after Scorpio. So the opposite deals with a significant other, usually marriage, partnerships, contracts. And this full moon, which is going to bring a lot of things to light, a lot of culmination, it's being aligned with exciting, unpredictable Uranus. So there could be a big, unexpected surprise. That would be the full moon with Uranus in the 7th house. That's opposite the new moon in the 1st house. The 7th house is others, partnerships, contracts. So what you could be trying to go after with a new project, a new job, maybe a new relationship, 2 weeks later could be this exciting breakthrough energies. Now I'm going to talk a lot about business and money. But before I do, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. All right, Scorpio. So with the new moon in Scorpio, November the 1st, one of the big overall themes is new beginnings, taking the lead, more visibility. And if your birthday is around the 1st, it's going to be a significant new direction. And if you're born around the 15th of November, then your birthday is on a full moon. A full moon birthday is going to be very event-oriented. For you, it's going to have a lot to do with a lot of unexpected comings and goings and excitement with relationships, both personal and professional. But let's get to the money. Mercury is the messenger god in mythology. Mercury is what is on your mind, what are you discussing, what are you negotiating. Mercury goes through all the signs every 12 months, once a year. Mercury goes into Sagittarius, optimistic, adventurous, outgoing, honest Sagittarius, November the 2nd. But Mercury it's going to, in Sagittarius is the 2nd sign past Scorpio. In basic astrology, that's the sector of your personal income. And having a lot to do with budgeting and finances. Now, Mercury, what are you negotiating? What are you planning? What are you thinking about? It's all going to be on money matters. But Mercury is going to slow down and intensify and stop November the 25th and go retrograde till December the 15th. When the Mercury's in retrograde, there could be some delays, some misunderstandings with cash flow. There might be some endings. You might be changing jobs. That Mercury goes direct, releasing all that pent-up energy and getting more focus, more clarity, December the 15th, still in your second house of income, and then moving forwards where you have more focus with money matters and decisions about it through January the 8th. Now, the Sun is in Scorpio the first 3 weeks, and then on November the 21st, it leaves Scorpio, goes into Sagittarius, into your second house of income. But the new moon of new beginnings, excellent with longevity, stabilizing Saturn, it continues throughout November. It's just by the last week of November, we start adding in more of this interest, if you will, with now the Sun highlighting other areas, which is going into the second house of income. Now, Mars, ambitious, aggressive, assertive, risk-taking Mars, is a 2-year cycle. It's going into Leo, November the 3rd. Leo is 10 signs past Scorpio. So ambitious, aggressive, risk-taking Mars, once every 2 years, is entering your 10th house of career matters. The 10th house is your professional standing, could be fame, leadership. The 10th house is also where we look to for any working with government. Now, Mars, every 2 years, retrogrades and appears to slow down and stop and go backwards. So Mars is going to go retrograde in Leo, December the 6th, in your 10th house of career matters, and remain there till January the 6th, at which point, January the 6th, as it's still retrograding until February the 23rd, it's retrograding back into the 9th. The 9th could be marketing, publishing, traveling, more education. That Mars is all that ambition and drive, using 9th house matters, marketing, more training. But to go after Mars will then go back into the 10th of career matters as we get more to April. So this Mars every 2 years, especially for the first couple of months, November, December, the beginning of January, there's all this motivation and impulsiveness and drive for career matters, usually taking the lead, becoming the boss. That could also be initiating, launching major new business projects. Excellent for launching your own business or starting a major new job. There is all these important new beginnings on how, and also with Mercury, how to generate and make more money. But since all this is really favorable, but you don't want to launch a new business or start an important new business position, when Mercury's in retrograde, this is the November 25th till till December the 15th. Because when Mercury's in retrograde, what's being offered may be disappointing. It may not go anywhere. There might be a lot of frustrations and bumps in the road. So you wouldn't want to accept a job offer with Mercury in retrograde. And then Mars, ambitious Mars, goes retrograde December the 6th in your 10th house of careers. And it remains retrograde in your 10th house of careers, December the 6th till January the 6th. So that could be where it's taking a lot more effort to get the same job done, or all this work activity gets really slowed down. There could be a lot of stress. Now, Jupiter is the planet of opportunity, growth, and expansion. And I've been talking about Jupiter every week. Jupiter, in the last days of May 2024, moved into Gemini, and it's going to be there into June 2025. Gemini is 8 signs past Scorpio. The 8th house, where expansive lucky Jupiter will be transiting, deals with financial settlements, business contracts, negotiations, sometimes inheritance, grants, scholarships, loans. There's all this good fortune and growth and expansion with Jupiter in the 8th house. But Jupiter is retrograde from October into January. So when Jupiter is retrograde, whatever had been promised to you, whatever you're expecting, may be more delayed, it may be slower. But as we get more into February, and Jupiter is now direct in your 8th house until June of 2025, there could be bringing a lot of more growth and luck and opportunity with financial matters. So this is why I was saying that this month is really favorable for starting to generate new ways of making money. And whether this is getting a new job, whether this is starting a new business, getting a major promotion, but you want to get things in motion before Mercury goes retrograde. For anything new. Now, there could be a lot of, after you go into Mercury in retrograde and the Mars in retrograde, because Mercury will retrograde in your 2nd house of income, Saturn will be retrograding, Mars is retrograding in your 10th house of career matters. This might even be, as we get more into the first part of December, is you're hitting a wall. And that could be one of two things in general. Either you realizing that you've got to start look for another business, another job, because this isn't working for you. But then there's all this growth and good luck around it. Or is not that you are hitting a wall, but things that any kind of new business, new job position, there could be a lot of stress. It could be a lot of frustration trying to get going with the new work, with the new job. Now, Venus is the planet of love and creativity. It's a very benefic energy. Venus, come November the 11th, like once a year, is going into your 3rd from December the 6th. The 3rd represents selling, meetings, learning, and with a Venus, you're really valuing it, enjoying it. This could be very favorable for selling to make more money, going into sales, or to be selling yourself in a job interview, or because of that powerful Mars, ambitious Mars in the 10th house, you could be pitching a big business proposal to other companies, but you would want to do that the first 3 weeks of November. Afterwards, everything needs to be kind of resettled, reorganized, kind of a bumpy road before things start to settle out. Venus in the 3rd socially, because I've just been talking about all this business and money, but 2 things socially. The full moon is in the 7th house of marriage and partnerships and close relationships. And with Uranus, there could be a sudden opportunity, but a sudden unexpected, a new relationship, business or love. And Venus is that planet of love, will be in the 3rd, and the 3rd could be traveling. And you could meet somebody traveling, or you could have a really enjoyable, pleasurable trip with that Venus in the 3rd, November the 11th through December the 6th. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.